Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith. Today, I am talking about To the Devil, a Cryptid by Hunter Shea. This is from Severed Press. A nice little, tight, compact, 151 pages of cryptidy goodness. So, this takes place in Texas, near the Goatman Bridge. I don't even remember if they say what the town is supposed to be, but we've got some satanic cultists, and then we've got a giant Goatman monster that goes on a rampage, and we've got some other craziness, and we got people trying to survive. An ex-con, a pastry chef, a paranormal podcaster, and a terrified teen fight to stay one step ahead. There's your rather wild nutshell, because this is a rather wild book. It's always weird. I don't know why I always wait so long to come back to someone like Hunter Shea. I still have plenty of his stuff that I haven't read yet. I believe I have everything he's put out, but I like to savor it. I like to keep it. I don't want to run out. But then I read something and I'm like, why did I wait so long to read this? Because it's so much fun. This is a typical Severed Press, over-the-top, crazy creature feature book. And Hunter Shea is, the Cryptid King. And he can write. One of the great things about Hunter Shea, he can write these amazing, heartfelt, deep horror novels, and then he can write just a crazy, over-the-top, bloody, violent, wild book like To the Devil, a Cryptid. This is the kind of story that I can see as a high-budget sci-fi movie, or maybe nowadays, maybe like a Shudder original. Or even, Hulu's done some good horror. All these streaming services nowadays. But yeah, it's where we start off. We're introduced to the satanic cult and their ritual that's going on, and then some stuff happens, and then we're slowly, but not too slowly. It's only 151 pages. We're introduced to the people that are going to be our main characters. And then the slaughter begins. There are, holy moly, so many deaths in this book. It's crazy. The Goat Man is no one to mess around with. And there's some twists and turns, and occasionally we get to take a breath. But man, it's wild. And there's some surprises, some crazy things that happen. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know what else to say. Our characters, excuse me, we're introduced to them all separately, but eventually they come together, and then they'll move apart, and then they come together again, and stuff happens, and bodies everywhere, craziness, Satanists. So well written in that. It's Hunter Shea. He's a great writer, and this is just great fun. I love this kind of fun, over-the-top, bloody, violent story with interesting characters. They're not just simple cardboard cutout characters. They've got a little depth to them. What he can do in 151 pages. And I'd love to see this as a movie. I could easily see coming back to this and rereading it, except that I have plenty of other Hunter Shea to read. I'm always looking forward to the new one, even if I don't read it immediately. But, and that's a fun cover. Got a little goat head on there. Yeah, I think I gave it 4 out of 5. But it's probably 4.5. Did I give it 5 out? Again, I can never remember how I rate these things on Goodreads, unless it's like a 3 or a 2, which is very rare. 2s are very rare because if I don't like it that much, I'm not going to finish reading it. But when it's, I can sometimes I have difficulty remembering if I went 4 or 5 if it's been like a week since I did it. Either way, highly recommend this. If you like cryptids, if you like crazy creature feature carnage, if you like Hunter Shea, which you should be reading Hunter Shea. He's got something for everyone. He's got paranormal investigators. He's got lots of cryptid stuff. He's got a westerny one. And yeah, his Severed Press stuff is always a lot of fun. They do all the crazy creature feature cryptid type stuff. So To the Devil a Cryptid by Hunter Shea from Severed Press. Absolutely recommend it if you want to have a good, crazy, wild time with a crazy ass monster tearing people up. You can't go wrong. So that's it, I guess. Yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a long week. So that's all I have to say about To the Devil a Cryptid from Hunter Shea. I do have a question in this video, which is, do you have a favorite cryptid? There's so many to choose from. I believe Hunter Shea's favorite is Bigfoot. I'm like 99% certain, since he's constantly talking about Bigfoot movies, and he dressed up as Bigfoot for Halloween. I always say my favorite is Chupacabra, just because I love saying Chupacabra. How can you not like saying Chupacabra? It's a great word to say, Chupacabra. But I mean, there's so many cool ones. You know, Bigfoot's the classic, of course, and the Mothman and all of those. I think I stick with Chupacabra, though. You can't go wrong with a Chupacabra. But let me know if you have any interest in cryptids, and if so, what your favorite cryptid is, or do you have a local cryptid? I believe here in Ohio, well, I think it's Bessie is like the Lake Erie monster. But I believe we also have frogmen in Ohio somewhere. I've looked this up before, and I think there's either frogmen or possibly lizard people. And there's another one that I can't remember. But even so, even with all those kind of cool sounding ones here in Ohio, I'm still going with Chupacabra. But let me know your favorite cryptid. If you have a local-ish cryptid, give me all that information down in the comments below. And if you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post spoiler warning. We try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the usual YouTube stuff. If you'd care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is at Rona5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. There's not much that I want to say plot-wise. Satanists, Goatman, slaughtering people. I think that's it. So, this has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.